upset at the horrible, dreadful language in your intro. That's
Oh,
terrible to
damn,
have
man.
swearing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, I've been streaming for about 53 hours, so I'm sure that
That's nice.
you can someone that's as tired as I am. Have you heard, Roger, of Radar Horizons?
Yeah, I know what you're going to now.
You've heard of Radar Horizons, have you?
Yeah, I know they actually make the equipment. They actually supposedly account for it, and that's where you get your shadowing on radars. What about it?
Okay, right. So flat earthers say radar can see forever. No. Ask anyone in the Navy. Hi, me. Radar stops at a hard distance that matches the Earth's curve. Radar beams go straight. If Earth were flat, you'd just keep picking stuff up until the signal got too weak. But we do not see that. Instead, small ships or low aircraft vanish behind the curve and only show up when they're tall enough to poke back over it. Put a radar on a ship about 20 meters above the water, and it can only see another ship's mast, also about 30 meters tall, out to about 40 kilometers. Any lower, it's gone. Any taller, shows up further. And yes, that's exactly what radar operators see every day. On a flat Earth, the radar range would just depend on how strong the radar is. But in real life, power does not matter. A small fishing boat right in the front of you disappears over the horizon, while a big tanker further away is still visible. That only makes sense if the surface is curving away. So radar has a horizon that moves with height. That's literally the Earth's curve showing up in technology that's used every single day. Flat Earth would simply mean an infinite radar. We don't get that. We get a radar horizon. Game over, Roger. Earth's not flat.
Okay,
I've got documents I can present for you if you would like to see,
I'm well aware of what you're talking about. That's not a big deal.
I don't think you
I've just got 10 minutes. I've got his 10 minutes started. If you want to give me,
if you want to go into more details, you can. You got 10 minutes.
He's got 9 minutes left.
I gave all the details that I needed there. I explained exactly what a radar horizon was and why it shows that the Earth is curved. As someone that was in the Navy for many years and worked with radar, I can confirm to you that the radar horizon matches the predictions of a globe of the purported sizes that we live on. If the Earth is flat, there would not be a radar horizon. So, Roger, the question to you is, why is there a radar horizon if the Earth is flat?
Now, can you demonstrate it? Can you show us right quick? My dad was a radar man.
Can I show you a radar horizon? I can't show you a radar horizon because I don't have a radar with me, but I can present to you some papers about electronic warfare and the radar if you would like. I've got screen sharing options. That's this one here. That's what I want.
Okay.
So there are limits to the reach of radar signals at the frequencies normally used for radar. Radar waves travel in a straight line. The waves are obstructed by weather or shadowing. Interference may come from other aircraft or from reflections. Figure 1 shows what a radar horizon is and how it would apply to aircraft. So if there's aircraft close to the ground, they can literally go underneath the radar, which is a tactic that is used in warfare. They get stealth planes to fly really low so that they stay below that radar horizon. If the Earth was flat, you would not be able to stay below a radar that is in a straight line. There simply would not be that hard cutoff. There's talks about all the specifics of the equations taken into account and the target altitude that you would expect the distance to be able to see based on how high something is. There's a lot of papers here that are linked, all the citations and everything here. You could peruse at your own leisure. But yes, radar horizons are a thing that exist and are used every single day and would not show what they show if the Earth is flat.
So how far can you fly under this radar, Greg?
Well, it depends on how high the radar is.
Yeah, and wouldn't that affect how far the radar would actually be broadcast, how high it is?
Yeah, it would change how far away the radar horizon is. So it's the same as, the distance to the horizon. It's, 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height of eye. It's the same for a radar. That is the distance to the horizon. So after that distance, if you stay low enough, you go below the radar, even though the radar would be firing out in a straight line. There is a hard equidistant circle around the radar, which if you go low enough, you go below it. Does not make sense if the Earth is flat.
Well, you put your paper in private chat for me. I'll look over it. I'm not just going to take you give me this and I'm going to accept everything in it. So
I'm not asking you to accept it at face value. Obviously, that's not the point of a debate.
I'm going to dig through it. Yeah, I'm going to dig through your.
But the point is for you to now try and refute.
I'm not going to refute it, not without any preparation at all. So,
well, isn't that the point of this debate, Roger? That we come here with some evidence to present, and you attempt to refute it.
You're giving me evidence, and I can give you evidence that the horizon is well beyond that point.
So your evidence would disagree with radars.
You'll tell me it's refraction. Yeah. And that's what you'll
so I haven't yet mentioned refraction. Refraction does come into account because obviously radar is an electromagnetic wave which is affected by refraction. Of course, refraction is highly quantified, Roger. We understand every single thing about refraction, and we can calculate what refraction will do if we know the conditions that the light is traveling through. We know refraction so well that I'm wearing glasses that were designed because of our knowledge of refraction. So refraction every single time matches what we say, but I haven't brought up refraction. I'm simply talking about the radar horizon, and you can speak to anyone
well aware what you're talking about.
Radar. There is a hard
so I can
review explanation for it.
I tell you what, me and you, we should have this talk after I look into the radar stuff. See, this is not just straight up evidence. This is just a paper. So I need to look into why.
What do you mean it's not straight up evidence? The existence of radars and the horizon that they give is evidence, Roger. This is just a factual thing. Every single person in the world I do apologize. The middle of my sentence interrupted the beginning of yours. That's entirely rude of me. Sorry. But the fact is, Roger, every single person in the world that uses radar knows that there's a radar horizon that matches the predictions of the curve of the Earth. Anybody in the world ever that has used radar, and I can personally attest to this because I've done it. So rather than just running away from the question, just try and attempt to answer as to why there is a radar horizon that is expected on the globe if the Earth is flat. What would be your explanation?
No, I don't have an explanation for you right now. I have to look into the topic more.
Okay, I'll take
that way. Yeah. So, I mean, yes, and I've seen beyond it, and there may be other factors like refraction that would actually cause your radar to stop going after a certain distance.
Yeah, but we've quantified refraction, and that's taken into account when we understand.
That's not about quantifying it. It might be the actual reason of the cause and effect relationship that we have here.
But that's taken into account when you're using a radar. You will be aware of the conditions that you are in, and the refractive conditions will be taken into account with the radar signal being put out so that it's done correctly. This is actually very important that the refractive condition is done correctly. Otherwise, the radar can be off as much as 3 or 4 degrees.
But would it not limit the radar itself?
Well, stronger refraction will actually allow the radar to see further over the horizon. Okay, but because it is such a powerful beam, such a frequency, refraction is minimal. Very much like infrared light doesn't refract as much as, say, the other visible spectrum. Okay, radar is very much like that. It does refract, but it's such minimal refraction that over the distances that we talk about with radar, it's really not something that you have to take into account. And unless you're looking at things that are extreme distances with really, really high radars that would be near the horizon. In general, radars aren't that high, and their beam is powerful enough over the distances to the horizon that refraction is not actually a variable that needs to be taken into account.
Okay, it's a good explanation, but I still need to look into the actual paperwork and how it works and see.
Oh, cool. Happy with that.
If you want to come back another time, we can have a nice conversation about radar. My dad was a radar man in the Navy.
I'd happily do that. So far, this seems like an amicable conversation. Do you mind if I just ask you a quick question while I'm here? A serious question. Do you really think that $8,000 is enough to get you to Antarctica?
No, I don't. I'm well aware of what the price is, man. Still raising money, dude.
Only $8,000. Why would it not be for $50,000?
There's quadrants, dude. I did it in 4 sections. 4 sections times 8. Think about it. And there's 4 different. It's going to stop there.
First one. This is still the same first one, right?
No, I'm in the second one now, so I'm going to the second climb. It's $5,000.
Hang on, let him finish, Craig.
Yeah.
I was just clarifying.
All right.
Hold on a second, guys. I got to turn my speakers back on. Give me a second.
What's that?
All right.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Give me just 1 second. Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you now. So let me finish. Yeah. So I'm doing a section. It's $5,000 each one. There's 4 of them. It's going to go to $40,000.
How much have you raised so far? Just out of interest.
Well, it's a little over 5.
Right. Do you think that you're going to meet the amount needed?
No, me and PJ actually set this. If I didn't make it this year, it's going to be the next. So I should be able to get the money to do it. It's not going to. The years don't change the observation.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. Obviously. Right. Now, here's the thing, Roger. Right. I'm all up for you going. You know, if you're able to get those funds and do it properly, I'm 100% behind you going. But I'm concerned that your organization so far has been subpar, right? And I don't. If you're going to actually spend all this money, I don't want it to fail. You know, already you should be contacting ALE, letting them know of your intentions and stuff and things like that.
I have.
What I've seen, I'm just worried that the organization you've done so far wouldn't be sufficient, especially as we're coming up to the the Antarctic summer already. You know, if you were, I know you've said that you probably won't make the money this year, but you were intending to go this year, and it seems like things have been left very late. And I would like to honestly offer you my help with organization in any way that you feel that you would need, because if you're willing to go and do an experiment, I am always 100% behind that. I'd also be willing to help you with, setting up the observations that you want to do, making sure that if you go there and do it, what you do, the Globers will be happy with, right? Do you know what I mean? Because if you go there and just do what you plan, our side might go, well, that's not good enough. So maybe you and I could have a chat sometime about what you plan to do and how maybe to modify it to please both sides.
I got you. Well, I've actually talked to the one of the owners at ALE personally, and for some reason Duffy's crew left a bad taste in his mouth. He doesn't want anybody down there.
I mean, there's plans about Peter already, and when I spoke to the ALE, they were like, "Totally, this is one of the best things that ever happened." So I don't know why you would say that.
Well, Peter actually told me, this is what he said. He said that one of the members, the Flat Earth members of the crew, did some things that were unsavory on the trip. So.
Oh yeah, no, that would be Whitsett. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, he doesn't want. He thought I was Flat Earth Society to begin with, and he accused me of all kinds of things before he even talked to me. He knew who Saab is, and Saab recorded his secretary on a live stream, I think, and he didn't do it maliciously. He just made a point that they weren't like, oh yeah, Midnight Sun, come on down. That's all he was.
Yeah, but I mean, Sov should have been a bit more honest and been like, just so you know, I'm recording you. That's just a nice thing to do, especially if you're then going to post it online. And I can understand why the receptionists and that were like, you know what, that was a dick move. Because it's not like it's illegal or anything, but it's just kind of the decent thing to do, to be like, just so you know, this is being recorded and I'm intending to post it for the world to see,
Gotcha.
And that was my evidence. The radar horizon is the evidence that I have that the Earth is curved at the amount that we predict it is. And it's using something that is done in industry every day, allows people to fly safely across the world. And the calculations in it include the globe. I've got so many papers on a radar horizon I can send you, Roger. And I gladly have a longer talk with you about it.
Did you post the one you got in the private chat so I can grab it?
Yeah. This is just like the basic kind of media explanations, but I've got papers that go a lot deeper as well. But I will give you this one for now. How do I get the approach chat down there? What is it?
I can't remember.
I've used this before.
If it was you or McToon that promised me a Foucault's pendulum demonstration on one of your streams. If you can think back far enough when I came on your show.
To do a demonstration. I am planning to do a Foucault's pendulum demonstration. I'd love to go to Antarctica and go to the South Pole Station and do it there, because that would be the ultimate Foucault's pendulum. But unfortunately,
I've heard it has problems with those when they go down. It's hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, like any experiment, you have to set it up properly. Because any measuring device has to be, set up to measure whatever force you're looking at correctly. And they had issues setting it up properly because they didn't really plan it in advance. It was just a kind of get there and wing it situation. But I've done the Foucault's pendulum myself when I was at university, and it did what we expected it to do. And I've been looking into buildings around where I live now in Kirkcaldy and places that I could possibly do a demonstration around here and then maybe invite people over. So, hey.
Oh, you've been very kind today, Craig. Thank you.
Well, that's probably because I've been streaming for 54 hours and I don't have the energy.
I hear you. And Ryan says you've lost weight, man. Have you lost a few?
You guys may not realize, but I've not only lost weight, I've lost about half of my body weight.
Whoa. Are you on
I've
the
gone
south?
from close to 22 stone to about 13 and a half. I'm now putting on weight, but it's muscle because I work out every day.
Nice. So you're not just cutting it; you're building muscle too at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I've done the main cut, and I'm now upping my calories a little bit now that I'm happy with where I am to kind of as a base. Obviously, I'm having my leg amputated either later this year or early next year, and the surgeon said to me basically, "There's no way we could do the surgery when you're this fat. You die." So I'd like to survive having my leg amputated, frankly.
No, I would like you to do that too. I don't want to see anybody die from an amputation, and I've lost a few family members to such things, so it's not a good thing.
Well, Roger, send me the link to the thing that you're donating to for each person, and I will match the $25 you're doing.
Yeah, I put the links in chat. They were in there earlier. I don't know if they're in there anymore, but I'll put it in the private chat for the one that I donated to.
I'll get that sorted once my marathon stream has finished. If it doesn't turn up, just remind me because I may have forgotten because I'm tired. But I promise you, and everyone here can hear, that I will match the donation that you put.
Nice. I'm going to put 25 for each person. So
cool.
It'll be 25 for you. I'll put it in the private chat so you can grab it.
Nice. All right.
No problem.
Well, unless you want to give me any evidence on your side, or you want me to move on to the next person can get on, up to you.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some black swans that like Pablo put out, and a few others that go well beyond the geometric horizon, where we have horizon.
You know what my answer is going to be for that, don't you? It's that we understand refraction, and that matches the refractive conditions.
Yeah, I'm well aware of this. Okay. So that's not really an argument anymore, is it, Greg?
It's a back and forth that no one is going to give up their side. You guys will say it goes beyond, and we will go, yeah, that's because of refraction, and it will go round and round forever.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know our explanation for refraction, and I've heard yours. So it's been fun having you on, sir.
Well, in that case, I will make my exit with peace and look forward to watching a bit more of this. I'm going to take a little break and have a sleep soon because, like I said, 53 hours, brain is mush at this point.
I believe you. All right.
No. All right. Peace out.
Later, Craig. I'm tired myself. I've been working half the day. So, Discord, how are you doing today, sir?
I might grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to get back. Sorry, I didn't hop over and say hi there, sir.
Just as I came in to say hey, he popped in, so I waited.
Well, Craig's a good guy, isn't he?
I guess he can be when he wants to. Well,
yeah, they're being cordial.
You know.
Yeah, this is the proper way to do it instead of like, no, move on to the next topic. I've heard that.
I guess you should only make show plans with him when after 40 hours of streaming. When he's done, then jump on.
Tired.
Yeah. Get him in when he's done.
I haven't looked at it in a while. Hold on. See how Ryan's doing out there. He's overwhelmed. We have 86 people watching. Jesus Christ. Did I use that? Sorry, Lord. Hey, Mikey, how you doing tonight? Let's see. We got a whole bunch of people I've never seen before. I see Tourette in there. Lowry. Hey, Lowry. Hey, Lev. Saddlebum. I'm going to say hi to everybody right quick. Moxie, I know I've been saying hi to you, Saddlebum, again twice.
Nice.
The Who Is Video channel, I have no idea. I'm going to say hi to you, too.
I think somebody's echoing there.
It's this Lord.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Just
mute
a second.
Sir.
Just mute when you're not talking or whatever.
And hi to Scott, Level Realm. Good man. Sandro, how are we doing tonight? And I got Martin Haley. I know who that is. And we got Jim Anus. The Anus is in the house. You got to say hi to Anus. Everybody has one.
You got to say hi to Video Channel. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who that is either. I think KC before in Glasses chat. Calder V. Let's see. We got Lev. I've said hi to Lev. MS. I don't know. I can't pronounce that right. Sledder.
Hey, they're real or not for real? Sorry.
I don't know. It's a good question. In this realm, anything can happen. In Northern Rebellion, he's been in here since the start. I've said hi to him.
Josh is his name, by the way.
Josh is Northern Realm's name?
No. Real. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
Because I played poker with the Northern Rebellion one night on Discord. We had a long topic. I forgot what his name was, but I know it wasn't Josh. 83 Bong is here, whoever that is. True Few, you know him. I'm just going to go through the list and I'll get back to the debate. So that's 2 people so far, right?
Wolfchild.
Yeah, well, I know Wolfchild.
Yeah, Martin. I didn't know if you said these already.
No, I haven't. You can, if you see somebody miss and Dirty Ketchup.
Jay's in the house.
Yeah.
CK, you make fun of me. I don't like you. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Char.
Dirty Ketchup. Oh,
yeah.
Where's the mustard?
Dirty Ketchup. Yeah. Hold the mustard. That was a good one. Next chapter. I know him. Good to see you. Jeff C.
Always a pleasure.
And Sparkling Markley. I've seen that name a couple of times.
Astro Key. I think that's.
Yeah.
That
and we all know Monkey Pat, don't you? The high Monkey Pat.
Of course. Another one that picks on me.
Oh, no.
Nate. What's up, Nate?
Mm-hmm. Nate,
Saddle Bomb, of course, is everywhere.
Yeah, I like Mikey's observations. I guess they're refracted too. Oh, I swear. Refraction is the answer for everything. And
William McLean ain't saying that name in a while.
Nope. And I see Spence here. I was going to say hi to everybody.
Hey, man.
Jay Hartley's in the house. I Big Fish 32. I beat 32. I know that one too. So list, ain't it? Let's see. We got some.
I can't really talk to you guys when I'm up here moderating, so that's why I'm saying hi now.
Yeah. Romhan Solo's here. Shout out to the Foundry. You know, he's like. We got Jeff Gashead, Old Mate, and Craig McNeil's here. I hear. What happened to McToon? Is he back in the back?
Snyder's in the house. McToon. I don't know.
McToon's gone.
I think he just
he came and left.
Popped off.
Yeah. Hi, McToon. You'll probably watch this later. Yeah, I got 2 people back there. I'm going to go in order. We got Astronomy Lives here. Oh, Mikey's favorite group. Say hi to Danny Faulkner for me, would you?
Hey, Big Fish.
Yeah.
You can pick on me. It's okay.
And DeWitt.
It wouldn't be my first rodeo.
Oh, good God. Yeah.
I don't see spin, actually. But hey,
I've never seen it.
Hey,
maybe the sky does spin, I think. And if you look at it long enough at 15 degrees an hour, it would actually be kind of spinning. Yeah. But I don't see the Earth moving, and I don't feel it moving either. So that's another one of those conundrums, I suppose.
I don't feel it either. It's weird.
Nope.
But anyway.
Strange. I forgot Dislor was in here too. So this is Astro Kate and FE Shill, FTF Shill, whoever that is. Somebody that wants to be
Who's
Craig
Scott Level Rome? I've never heard of that guy before.
No, I hear he's a punk. Hey, FTE. I can't even say it. FT.
You don't know me. Apology, Moxie. I don't care. Hey,
you got a camera?
Uh-oh. McToon's in the house. Oh, watch out.
No.
I'll be fair.
Yeah. I've talked to McToon before. It's not
he's in the chat right now. You were asking about him.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm going to go probably try to make this rounded up to like another 45 minutes at the most.
That's the
I think we get it done in that time. So, FE Shield, if you want to say hi to me. If not, I'm going to skip over to Astro Kate. If you can turn your camera on. If you don't have a camera, type in private chat. Let me know.
Let's try and be a real person here.
Mm-hmm. I see Kate. She's in there.
All right.
Astro Kate's typing in the chat. Let's see what she's a real person.
That's great that you can say in chat you're real, but how do we know that?
No, she's on camera.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
I got her on camera. It's the FTFE shill that ain't going on camera.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you going?
Ready?
Are you doing debate now?
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
All right, I got to put on my mod hat. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm glad you did it. Hey,
Hello. I'm glad to be here. This is my first Flat Earth debate. I heard you were donating to a good charity, so I wanted to show up. So thank you for that. Now I'm going to come across or do something a little different, I think, from other people who are going to come on. So before I was in my current career, I was an elementary school teacher.
All right. Can I add one thing?
Oh, yes.
Just real, is this going to be like your presentation introduction? What?
Yeah,
I'm
this
going
will
to start
be.
your 10-minute. I'm going to
Yeah.
start your.
Oh,
Okay.
it doesn't have to be 10 minutes.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
Yes. So I was an elementary school teacher. And one of the things you're supposed to know before you graduate elementary school is Earth's place in the universe. This is the 5th grade curriculum. I don't know if I can share my screen. I'm not going to even bother. You can look it up yourself. It's 5ESS1-2, Earth's place in the universe. You are supposed to learn by the time you graduate from elementary school that about the orbit of the Earth around the sun, the prediction of the shadows, predictions of the stars, and the fact that the Earth is a globe. So as a former elementary school teacher, I'm a bit disappointed to hear you say that the Earth is flat. This is very important knowledge going forward, that the Earth is a globe, because it's used in college and high school classes, particularly if you go into engineering. So I have a college book right here about satellite orbits and communications. And you will see, because this is about orbits and communications, the Earth being a globe is, oops, if I can have my camera not move around. The globe is pretty heavily used across the entire textbook. Like here's, more orbits, that kind of stuff. So it's important for children to know that the Earth is a globe because they go into fields like engineering, like STEM. And, I do my best to prepare them for the careers that they're going to have. And part of that is having a fundamental understanding of the concepts that they're going to encounter later on. Your thoughts?
Okay. No, that was good. I'm well aware of the curriculum. Yeah. I understand it, and I understand my arguments go against the mainstream, and they fight it tooth and nail. I get it, and I understand why you would be worried about your kids learning about the curriculum that they actually teach in college later on and stuff. But the further you get into college, a lot of their theories that actually pertain to the globe get thrown out the window.
Oh, can you give an example?
I'll give you a good example. Like in 1908, they threw out Newtonian gravity for relativity by Einstein.
So they did not throw out Newtonian gravity for Einsteinian. So Einsteinian gravity is a superset of Newtonian gravity. So you can actually derive Newtonian equations for flat spacetime using Einstein's equations. So Newtonian gravity is a specialized version of gravity that you are in a flat space-time, and you don't take into account any relativistic effects. If you want to take into relativistic effects, then you go into Einstein's equations. However, there's a secret. Even to this day, aerospace engineers still use Newton's equations when designing spacecraft. There is no need to go to that level of precision usually when you are designing for gravity.
Yeah, see, that's where you lose me. That's really, it is. Gravity is like an Achilles heel, you might say. I've never seen any actual physical proof of gravity. I've never seen mass attracting mass, that equation, actually in function.
So in college, there's an experiment that a lot of physics students use or demonstrate. And I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the Cavendish experiment.
I'm well aware of it, yes.
Yeah. So that's usually the classic way of showing that mass attracts mass. One of the interesting things about gravity, and I'm glad you brought it up, because gravity is one of the weakest forces. And it's actually so weak that it dwarfs even like a fridge magnet. So a magnet, of course, is electromagnetism. A small fridge magnet, if you think about it, can have more force than the entire Earth's gravity pulling down on it. I mean, so gravity is so weak, it's really hard to demonstrate. So you really need specialized equipment. Usually what they do to make it really obvious is they will have it pivot with also a laser. So it goes a longer like linear distance across like a wall, so you can see it move.
I've studied Cavendish quite well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there are plenty of other factors that would actually supersede gravity even in that situation, considering what they actually use in the Cavendish experiment itself.
So I've seen it done in multiple ways. What do you think is wrong with the Cavendish experiment?
Well, for instance, I'll give you the original one. Let's go back to Cavendish's experiment itself. What was it actually trying to prove in the first instance?
Mass attracting mass.
Cavendish was actually trying to find out the relative density of the Earth. That was actually stated in his first experiment. Nothing to do with gravity itself. He wanted to know how dense the Earth was, how it displaced everything.
Right, but you would have to measure the gravitational constant in order.
Newton came up with that himself. The whole gravitational constant actually will work in both fields, but it failed in the celestial field. That's why they threw it out. That's why they pulled in Einstein to make his relativity for space time.
Yeah, nothing got pulled out. Just to be clear, Newton's equations are still very much in use. This is a modern textbook, modern college textbook, and you will find Newton's equations. Oops.
Well, I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
I didn't say that Newton's got pulled out. No, like the main physicists that actually work with the cosmos, they don't even take Newton's equations into account when they're looking at the stars at all. But that's what the whole thing behind the gravitational constant was supposed to marry the two. The heavens and the earth. He tried to marry the two in the process, and he couldn't. They don't account for the moon's motions and stuff. That's why they had to invent dark matter and several other different things they had to add to it, because it fails after a while. There's so many things. They're at their limit. They're at the threshold. Their predictions are becoming less and less frequent with the Einsteinian and the Newton. They're actually trying to pull back on a couple professors who are trying to get rid of Einstein completely and go back to Newton for everything.
Well, yeah, no one's trying to go back to Newton for everything. But you brought up.
I have a paper if you want to look at it. It's a college paper.
Well, oh shoot, this camera wants to follow me around. But you will notice, you'll see a telescope behind me.
I don't know.
I do a lot of astronomy myself. I said I was a former teacher. This is true. I've moved into aerospace, and I've never once used Einsteinian physics for anything other than time. Time is the only thing I need to get into Einstein. But as far as just basic body, like bodies orbiting, basic motion, I just use use Newtonian stuff.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. They're trying to go back to Newtonian.
No, it's always been there. So you can take Einstein's equations and derive the Newtonian equations from Einstein in a flat space-time. So Newtonian physics is a specific description of gravity that only if you are in sort of our meat space, right? So you're not going very fast. You're in the solar system, that kind of stuff. You only deal with Einsteinian stuff when you deal with things like black holes. Once in a while, there's like the orbit of Mercury that got a little weird that we needed Einstein's equation to solve, but usually you don't need it.
You mean the retrograde motion of Mercury?
Yes.
You needed that to fill in the gap. There's more gaps than that, I'm sure, with all the so-called stars and their observations that they have to use Einstein to fill in the gap with. It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Newtonian didn't work that far. That's why they pulled in Einstein.
All right. So I will say this. So one of the reasons why I teach the Globe, or I did teach the Globe, is because I need students to become engineers who are going to be learning these concepts and apply them. Let's say I teach my students and said that the Earth is flat. What can they do from an engineering point of view that they could not do with the Globe?
And we're not saying there's anything you can or can't do without a globe, but the globe is unnecessary in my outlook. I review it. I look at it like everything is in a medium, and it's due to its mass in the medium, its density, and it actually flows like that. There's plenty of gas laws and fluid laws that don't require any globe, anything. There's no gravity taken into equations for it. Gravity was added to Archimedes' principle as a constant, because there are certain things that are constantly moving at a certain rate. It was just a blanket, you might say, to cover it. But I mean, there are specific gravities that you can actually use That's what they do use in most colleges, right? Specific gravity for like each occasion has each mass has a density to it, each fluid has a density to it, and it's the relationship between the two.
So the problem is that you can have a vacuum, and an object in a vacuum will fall at the same rate as an object in an atmosphere.
They do.
Yes. So it cannot be a matter of density, because you would expect those experiments to show that if you take away any outside density, that the speed will change, right? The rate of descent will change, but it doesn't. There's something acting on the ball acting on the mass.
So we can actually put this to test if you want.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We could totally set up a vacuum.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but here's a question for you. Where in nature do you find a vacuum?
In a vacuum chamber? Oh, you mean like in nature?
Yeah, nature where you live. Yeah.
Oh, you would have to go up high. The air gets thin as you go higher.
Yeah, but that's not a vacuum.
It will define vacuum, because there's no such thing as a perfect vacuum
Yes, I've
ever.
heard this before. Yeah. So, I mean, in what practicality do you actually operate in a vacuum?
So, for example, when I am flying in an airplane, the outside air pressure is much lower to the point that I cannot breathe. If the airplane were to open, I would consider that a vacuum. If there's not enough air for me to breathe, that's pretty much a vacuum. Like all the air would get sucked out immediately, right? Like if there was a gap in the airplane, all the air would get sucked out. I mean, that is a very powerful vacuum, and there's still a bit of air up there, enough to fly, but it's still, pretty much a vacuum. And if you go higher, you get more and more of a vacuum.
That brings in a lot more questions in physics but I mean, in practicality and engineering with any of your students, are they going to become so-called, and I'm going to say this loosely, rocket scientists?
Yeah. I mean, I went from teaching to essentially rocket science. I mean, it's not as hard as people think. Most of rocket science, once again, is Newtonian equations. Like if you look at the specific impulse of the engines, that kind of stuff, it all just, or even just you look at the thrust to weight ratio, that's all just Newton's equations.
No, I get you, but I mean, that if you're not in a vacuum, a perfect vacuum, how does your model work in its conception?
Well, the globe model does not require any perfect vacuum. In fact, we require there not to be a perfect vacuum for a lot of the engineering we do in low Earth orbit, which is something that I work on. So if you have an object in orbit, let's say like the ISS, it routinely has to get pushed up higher and higher. So the International Space Station is not just a station, it's a spaceship. It has thrusters. It has to keep pushing itself up because there's a little bit of drag. And over the course of a year, it starts getting closer and closer to Earth. So things like that, you actually do have to take into account. Like even in the vacuum of space, the small amount of atmosphere that's left, you have to sort of take into account.
Okay, so there's no perfect vacuum, but I mean, in order for light to travel like you say it does in space, wouldn't you need a vacuum chamber to get it to travel the billions of light years that it actually goes to get to us without any impedance from anything? And you never have an actual location for anything in the astrological model of the Earth. So your predictions when it comes to stuff like that would actually require that, wouldn't it?
So there's a couple things in space. So there are objects in space that emit light very brightly or over a large area. So emission nebula are a good example of this. So I don't know if you've seen these pictures of, so emission nebula is gas in space, usually hydrogen gas. We know it's hydrogen because of spectroscopy. And you can see through it. And it's also emitting its own light. So the light from stars excite the ions in the gas, and we can see through the gas, and we can see the stars behind it and in front of it. And the big problem in space, seeing things, is dust and stuff, and it is a problem. So when you look at the night sky, you're actually seeing a very small portion of the Milky Way. If most of the Milky Way is actually obscured, like you said, like that was really smart. You caught on to this. Yeah. There's dust and stuff in space, so we can actually only see like a small bit of the Milky Way. And what we see in the night sky is up to a few thousand light years if it's like a really bright star. If it's a dim star, yeah, most stars you just can't see, even if they're non-obstructed by a bunch of dust and stuff. So yeah, good point.
I'm thinking about like the sun 93 million miles away. How would it get its light so perfect every day in the same spot if there were this phenomena happening in space?
The sun is so bright, even on a cloudy day, it still gets through the clouds, let alone through the near vacuum of space. I mean,
this is kind of where I wasn't trying to go with my debate. I'm debating the Earth and its supposed shape. But flat is not a shape in my mind.
No. You're coming up with good ideas. And I see you're thinking about it.
Yeah. And it's really hard to prove a lot of this stuff with any evidence. It's a lot of speculation too. But I appreciate the modern effort. I mean, before that, kids weren't taught the same thing as they are now. And I understand the fields that you're going into and what you're trying to do. I appreciate you coming on, but I don't know if there's a lot of proof you have to. I've argued with people in your field before, and I've never got some straight answers on a couple of things, and I doubt you're going to have them too.
So, I don't want to take up the whole debate, but it was a pleasure talking to you. And
yeah, I appreciate your input. It was excellent. You were well read, and I'm glad you're worried about your students and their future career in consensus science.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, no problem. Thank you, Astro Skate. I appreciate you. All right. Anybody else in the back here? Let's see. Let's try FE Shield. Hey, dude, if you can show yourself, I'll let you on.
Yeah,
if not, anybody else wants to come in?
Might need to post the link again real quick.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I thought I put it in. I got Ryan.
Who's that guy? He wants to debate. Get him off here.
Get him out of here. Well, we went to Narnia there. You enjoy that one?
That wasn't the real Cookie Monster. Get him out! Get him out! It's fake.
He's a clone. So, solar systems, stars, billions and trillions of light years away. I'm sure Mikey got a kick out of that one.
Can we? I'm not moderating the chat, and I'm not watching it super close. But if people aren't really breaking TOS or doing anything crazy, can we not just like ban everybody? If they are, I understand. But outside of that. No, I'm just talking about all the mods.
I got you. Okay, so what I'm looking at a whole bunch of people, but only got one back here, and he won't show himself. So
you can let him back in now. I was trying to make a point.
Oh no, it's not him. I got a new guy waiting in the back. He won't show himself on screen.
The last two that I banned, the last two that I kicked, one of them was harassing Mikey, and the other one was harassing somebody else.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable, dude. Anybody else want to join? Anybody got some more glow proof they want to present?
Then you're wasting your time.
How many people do we have in so far? We had 1, 2, 3.
Brenda, Craig, Astro. That was it, right?
Astronomy Live wants to come in. Danny Faulkner's pet kid.
You know him?
Well, I don't know him, but I know who he is.
All right.
Let's see if he shows himself, though. Hey, can you show yourself, Astronomy Live?
Drunk Debunk says he's doing laundry. Otherwise, he'd be in.
Oh, okay. Astronomy Live, you have a camera, right?
What
if you don't have
team?
a camera.
I saw you there a second ago.
Oh, you want me to show my ugly face? Oh, that's Cookie Monster saying that. Here, I'll show you my ugly face. Hold on, just for
Matt. Can you post the link? Max says.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to come on the show, if you can't show your face, then, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
Post the link real quick, Roger.
I've had people come in and drop bombs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want one of those.
Max has said he wants to come on.
Okay, Max, the same Max I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Unless you don't want him on.
Is he going to come in and accuse me of saying he's a hacker?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anybody that's going to sit there and change somebody's email address to make it look like that they didn't get an email because they changed their address, that's really what happened. The only reason that came to mind to say hacker was
not listing my camera to be able to show my face. How is that? It does it.
Dude,
for
all you got to do is enable it, dude. It's not hard.
Just click the button.
Everybody here will show their face, except this Lord.
That's the truth.
He doesn't have a camera that works worth the shit, anyways.
This laptop hardly works.
I don't know. What do you
That's
think?
not fair.
Just do it real quick. See what happens. Talk.
You
real
mean
fast.
you want to put them in?
Yeah, just put them in. Say something real quick. If they do anything crazy, see ya.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pop you in and pop you out, dude. Hello, Astronomy Live.
That should be
He
enough.
came in to yell at me, probably.
You gonna say
he?
something?
Dude, you can
Otherwise,
talk.
forget about it.
Yeah, because I kicked him.
Can you hear me?
You on?
Hello.
Say something. There you go.
We can hear you.
Well, I didn't kick him. I blocked his comments. Whatever you call it.
I got you.
Block my
All right, go. Turn your
You're
turn your
picking up
volume up a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little low.
Well, I'll get closer to my mic, but I
There
think
you
it's
go.
all the way up.
All right.
There you
Much
go.
better.
You're good.
There you
Much
go.
better. And he's on
Now you're
camera too. Look at there.
Hey, the
I think
camera
I
started
think I've
working.
seen him before.
I didn't even click anything. It just turned itself on. I don't know what's
There you
going
go.
on there.
It's fine.
It's the AI.
Tell me when you're ready. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
first of all, I'd like to know why my comments were getting blocked in the chat. In the live
You'll
stream.
have to ask
I
whoever
did
did
that.
that.
This
Why did
little
you do
mod
that,
beside
Cookie
me did it.
Monster?
Because you're harassing him. That's why.
How am I harassing?
Read your comments out loud and then tell me they're not harassing.
Okay. Let's see.
Go on then. Read them.
Hold on, I'm pulling it back up. Okay, it's run off the screen now, but they were not harassing. There were no insults. I didn't insult anyone. I simply was providing.
it if you want me to, but
Yeah, unblock me. I wasn't providing any insults. I was only providing evidence. So how is that harassing?
make a comment and I'll unlock it. But you were harassing. You were making comments.
No, I wasn't harassing anyone.
I'm going to ask you one question. Were you directing your comments at Mikey Smith by chance?
Of course.
I mean, why would you do that? This isn't Mikey's
But is
channel.
Mikey even in here? Is he even debating anybody? So why would you even need to make comments? Doesn't make
Mikey
sense.
was trying to present his evidence. I was presenting mine.
Okay.
He linked to his video. It's only fair I get to link to mine.
No, that's a fair shot. I don't have a problem with that at all. People can be a judge for themselves.
So you ready to go?
Sure.
All right. 10 minutes. Go.
All right. So one of the strongest evidences I have for Earth being a globe is the prediction of total solar eclipse paths. Flat Earth is absolutely unable to predict where a total solar eclipse will be visible from. It can only, at best, estimate the approximate timing, but it cannot tell you the precise path you need to stand within in order to see the moon completely cover the sun during a total solar eclipse. In 2017 and 2024, I personally predicted the path of the eclipse, and I went out and stood in the paths of those two eclipses. I observed the 2017 eclipse from Casper, Wyoming, and I observed the 2024 eclipse from Maine. So in both cases, my own personal calculations using the globe accurately predicted the path of the total solar eclipse and allowed me to observe totality with my telescope. In order to do that, I calculated where the moon's shadow would land on the Earth from a selenocentric perspective. In other words, treating the moon as the center of the universe. That doesn't mean that I actually believe that the moon is the center of the universe, of course, but it was a convenient reference frame to use when calculating where the moon's shadow would land on Earth's surface. But from that point on, I had to find where it actually intersected the surface of a spherical Earth. And for my purposes, I did treat the Earth as a sphere for simplicity. More accurate methods may use the oblateness of the Earth, but it's relatively minor and can be disregarded for most purposes. And for that, I was able to get within a couple of miles of the exact center of totality, and I was able to see totality from Lake Parlin in Maine, most recently in 2024. Now, other people like Shane have claimed that Flat Earth can predict total solar eclipses using Besselian elements, but the Besselian method uses a spherical Earth. Shane doesn't know how to use Besselian elements to predict the path of a total solar eclipse. All he can do is predict the X and Y coordinates on a fundamental plane that bisects the sphere of the Earth. But he does not know how to actually tell you the latitude and longitude you need to stand on in order to see the total solar eclipse. And in fact, he's simply using a table of Besselian elements that has been previously published. When I challenged him to predict the eclipse of October 9th, 3001, which I personally knew about because I know how to predict total solar eclipses, He not only blocked me on Twitter, he actually removed my reply, censoring me, much like I was censored in the chat here just a few minutes ago, because he knows he can't rise to that challenge. The October 9th, 3001 eclipse is one total solar eclipse past the end date of the canon of solar eclipses. He was plagiarizing to try to predict things using Besselian elements. But again, even with his plagiarism, he was unable to come up with actual maps showing the total solar eclipse, except when he took existing maps and simply reprojected them onto an AE map. Reprojecting the results of a globe prediction does not make it a flat Earth prediction. It's still a globe under the hood of the car driving it down the street. Just as in my spreadsheet, I'm using the globe and figuring out where the moon shadow is going to intersect the globe. Besselian elements likewise require you to not only find the X and Y coordinates of where the shadow lands on the fundamental plane, bisecting the globe of the Earth in half, but then that is only the first half of the process. You then need to find where it intersects the curved surface of the sphere of the Earth facing the moon and the sun during that time. And that is a step that Shane neither showed nor knows how to do, because he was trying to plagiarize a website that showed how to do it, but only the first half of the process had been documented so far on the website that he copied to his website. I actually have books on solar eclipse paths and how to calculate them, including how to calculate them with Besselian elements. And so I showed this in a video that was on Red's Rhetoric's channel. But the methodology I used in 2017 and 2024 was not based on Besselian elements. It was based on simply knowing the orbital elements of the moon and the Earth around the sun, and doing my own math and figuring out for myself where the total solar eclipse should occur based on where the moon's shadow would land on Earth's surface. So that, I think, is some of the best evidence that Earth is a globe. Secondarily, and something that is personally favorite for myself simply because of my own ego, I guess, is the fact that I discovered a comet in 2016, P2016J3. And I discovered this comet using NASA's STEREO spacecraft on the opposite side of the sun before the comet could be seen from the Earth. So the very first observation made of that comet was made with NASA's StereoHead spacecraft in 2016, and then it was later seen from the Earth. And astronomers at that point gave it the permanent number designation 414P. So if NASA spacecraft are not really in space and not really going around the sun to the other side of the solar system, then how did I discover a comet in 2016 before it could be seen from Earth, only for it to later be seen from the Earth by both professionals and amateurs alike? In the images that I took, well, I didn't take NASA stereo spacecraft, took them. In the images I found the comet to be in the NASA stereo images that even NASA themselves didn't know about, the Earth can be seen in the background as well. So there we see the Earth, and let me pull that up. I can share my screen, right? So let me share my screen.
Sure.
So here are my discovery images of P2016J3. It loops with a highlighting of the comet passing through the field of view of the StereoHead heliospheric imager 1. And then on the right side, you see a few bright objects, one of them barely moving. That one is actually Earth in the background. Mars is also there as well. So again, these images from 2016 were from before the comet was on the same side of the solar system as us. It was on the opposite side of the sun. It was not visible from Earth yet. And later, when it would have become visible from Earth, it was seen from Earth and now has been confirmed from the ground as well. So how did I discover this comet if that spacecraft is not really there on the opposite side of the solar system at that time?
That's a good question, man. And by the way, if you weren't here earlier in debate, I wasn't going to go to the stars. I don't have answers for these questions myself, and I can't verify any of this work for myself. And if you had been here earlier, you would have got that out of in the debate. So,
did he drop off, or is he still there?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry, I was just waiting to see if there was anything else.
No, let me take this off the screen.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean, fair enough. I will say, like I said before, that amateurs and professionals did confirm this comet exists. I can link to the Minor Planet Center website that shows the observations of the comet. I'll just drop it in the private chat here. Okay. So you guys can see the link. So there's the Minor Planet Center website link. the first list of observations are all from Stereo Head, of course, in 2016 when I discovered it. But then later observations come in, and those observatories you see listed there, some of them are amateurs, some of them are professional. iTelescope, for example, these are amateur telescopes that you can rent time on, so you don't even have to own the telescope. You can rent time on the telescope and go point the telescope wherever you want. And so some amateurs have done that, and they've actually observed my comet at various points since its discovery. So people are able to go out there and confirm these things for themselves. I'll give you guys a taste of something I'm working on right now. So I'm working on a video right now.
Real quick, you got 2 minutes left, just to give you a heads up.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
So I will shamelessly plug my channel for a moment and just say the next video I've got coming is about my observations, not only of parallax of a nearby star, but actually in those parallax images is evidence of Earth's orbital motion aside from the parallax itself. So you guys know about stellar aberration, I'm sure, but do you know what happens when you look directly towards or directly away from Earth's direction of travel or in that vicinity? So stellar aberration, for those who don't know, involves shifting parent positions of the stars predominantly directly opposite the sun. And that's where it's the magnitude of the effect tends to be the strongest. But if you look directly towards Earth's direction of travel or directly away from Earth's direction of travel at those two spots, and precisely at those two spots, there's actually zero stellar aberration. But if you look at all the stars around those spots, do you know what you see?
Please tell us.
Okay, so if you look directly towards Earth's direction of travel, due to relativistic effects, because we're traveling about 30 kilometers per second, all the stars appear to constrict towards the center of the field of view. It makes it seem like your telescope is suddenly gaining a wider field of view, even with nothing mechanically altered on the telescope. And if you look directly away from Earth's direction of travel, the stars appear to expand outwards like this. So it appears that you're zooming in without altering anything on the telescope. So again, these are things that we predict based on the velocity of the Earth. And when I've observed this, I found out it's actually true. So I'll be documenting that in an upcoming video very shortly on my channel.
That's good. And just, I want to point out, you did say there is a plane of reference for all your observations. Am I not right saying so?
So there's different frames of reference depending on how you're doing the math. You're going to have a coordinate system. You're going to have an origin of that coordinate system somewhere. In the case of predicting the total solar eclipse, for example, I elected to use a selenocentric reference frame at times. And that was to determine and predict where the moon's shadow would land on the surface of the Earth. That's where the math made the most sense to me, so that's how I did it. But it's just a mathematical convenience, not a strict requirement. You could do it from a geocentric perspective. You could do it from a heliocentric perspective. It just depends on how you want to do the math.
Okay, I get you. I don't have a real rebuttal for this. Matter of fact, I kind of made it clear that I wasn't going to go to astronomy when I did this debate at the beginning, if you would have been here. But I would have looked into your the stellar aberrations and the effects that it would cause from our velocity to the opposite side of our motion. That's what you were talking about, basically.
Yeah. You'll see. So the video is not up yet, but I'm literally working on. Been working on it today, yesterday, over the weekend. So once it's completed, I'll have it up on my channel. And there will be a version of it on Red's Rhetoric's channel as well. So go check it out when it's done.
I get what you're saying, but thanks for your input. It was very well constructed, put together. I don't have a problem with it at all. It's just I would like to look into it myself.
All right,
or I would give you a rebuttal. You know, that's a lot to put in there. But I know what Shane's doing. And do you have anything to say about any of the rest of their observations that they're pulling up?
Well, I do want to get into it with them about the celestial theodolite stuff they've been doing more recently, but I've been, and I warned Shane about this. So I had a debate with Alan. Well, I didn't warn Shane. Shane's got me blocked. He still has me blocked. I would love for him to unblock me so we could actually have a discussion. That's my message to Shane. To Alan, I did have a debate with him on Red's channel a couple months ago, just before the summer got underway. And I did warn him, like, I was going to be starting up a contract, doing some launch filming for a company to test their sensors. And I have been doing that over the summer. So I've not had as much time to prep for debates and that kind of thing lately. I just did all this off the cuff tonight. But in the future, I would like to engage with Alan about celestial theodolite. I know Jesse Kowalski's been doing a lot of stuff on that. And I've been watching from afar, but I haven't had as much time as I would like to get into it. Mainly, I've been
muted. Hold on, dude. Oh, that's me. No.
Huh? Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Yeah,
My speakers went out for some reason, but they're on. Strange.
There you
Hold on,
you're
give me a
echoing,
second.
unless that's Discord again.
Yeah, that's probably my echo.
All right. You there?
Okay, I should be able to hear you
shouldn't
now.
echo.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
we
we
can
hear you. I shouldn't echo. Also, I shouldn't echo. My mic has echo removal and everything. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. It's all right now.
Yeah, you're good. All right. So yeah, I would love to see Alan and you your debate. You said you debated him on his channel or on Red Rhetorics? You're on Red's?
Red's came. Yeah, he came over to Red's channel, and Red's was the moderator. We had the debate. I thought it was well moderated. But
Okay.
yeah, so again, like eventually I would like to get into it about celestial theodolite stuff, but I've been very busy with the contract and what time I've had for myself. I've been doing parallax observations of Barnard Star and doing some, like I said, some stellar aberration stuff, which not to brag too much, but I honestly don't think any other amateur astronomer's ever shown what I'm about to show. Professionally, yes, like Hubble Space Telescope images very well documented, have very well documented this effect, but I don't think an amateur has ever shown this particular aspect of aberration before. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm very excited about it.
Okay. Well, more power to you, man. Thanks for coming on. I want to go to Max next, if I could.
Max,
And-
okay.
and
McToon says he's waiting too. So
yeah, I
just so
see
you
him.
know.
Yeah, he's
All
down there. So
Gotcha.
I appreciate. I'll watch the Red Rhetorics debate between you and him. I'll go over to his channel. I want to see that. It'd be nice.
All right. Have a good weekend. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you too.
Take
No
care.
problem. And here comes up Max. You ready? So how many people we got so far? How we
On
done?
so far, I think that was the fourth one, right?
So we had the one girl, the Astro Skate, and we had Craig, and then one before that one. Who was that?
Just for her or his sake, I'm not sure. It was Astro Kate.
Astro Kate.
Astro,
Sorry.
yeah.
Astro.
Astro, yeah. Yeah, Astro, Kate, Brenda, McToon, or excuse me, Craig. And then
And
yeah,
Brenda. Who was the first one I had?
Brenda
Was
was
it-
the first
it was
person I
Brenda,
had
yeah.
on.
That's right. So that's four. So I'm going to do 4 more altogether, right? No, including him, that's 3 more. So is that 4 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
Say hi, Max.
Hi, Heron. Sorry, I was modding.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Max.
How's it going?
I'm doing well.
You're a little low,
You're
Max.
super low.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you
Barely.
now.
Okay. So can I present?
Oh
You
yeah,
ready
you got
to
10
go?
minutes. I'll put anything you put in. Go ahead.
Sure, give me just.
And you can give it max power.
I'll start when you present.
I never do anything less than 100%, so we're good. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about curved water in this place that actually exists in reality, the David Taylor Ship Basin. They have a 2,000 feet pool, and you can see it here in the image in the background. It's so long that because they use this to test model ships, like when they're actually going to build, I don't know, an aircraft carrier for the Navy. They test it here first in a model. So the thing is that the pool is so long that the water curves, and the railing on top, they had to build it matching the curve of the water in those 2,000 feet. And here we have some quotes I found, because this was a government project. There's a whole engineering document that they made after they built this place. They had to measure if it was correct. So this is the engineering document that I gathered, and it has everything, and it's publicly available. And the other thing would be, I don't know, reciprocal zenith angles. You can just measure the curvature on the ground. Main Surveyor has on his YouTube channel a step-by-step process of measuring the reciprocal zenith angles. And the hypothesis would be if the Earth is flat, this angle plus this angle would be 180 degrees. If the Earth is not flat, those angles would always add up to more than 180 degrees. So
I'm well aware of these arguments. I've been to both of them before. Go ahead.
No, that's it. We can talk.
That's all you got? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you demonstrate your reciprocating these angles in real time, real life?
Yeah.
You can. You have a demonstration of it?
Yeah. Just go to the dude's video. There's like hundreds of them.
Okay, that's good.
I've
never seen it in real life. Yeah.
I mean, get in touch with them and buy them lunch and have them do it in front of you.
I don't have to buy them lunch to do it myself, dude. But anyways, yeah.
So I mean, it's not that like it's inaccessible. You know that you can rent the device. Costs $35 per day in the US.
So if I go set two plumb bobs and I put them across from each other, the further they get across from each other, the more they reciprocate. Is that what you're telling me?
The more they diverge, yeah.
Yeah. And you can actually take a theodolite and measure this across, is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that prove the Earth curves again?
You know, how does directly measuring the curve of the ground prove that the ground is curved? I'll let you.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the plumb bobs themselves. If you can get a line of sight of them, how are they curved away from each other?
You are measuring it.
So it'll want to be lower than the other one or be higher than the other one?
No, it's not about lower or higher. It's that they're diverging. The camera and this shit is glitching, but they're diverging.
Okay, and the tolerance level of concrete over that distance wouldn't allow for any kind of bend or anything?
Why would concrete?
We're talking about. I'm talking about the shipyard right now.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, over that distance, don't you think there's a tolerance level for concrete? They would have to give it some kind of give and engineer it that way. Yeah.
Sure, the concrete, yes, but the important part is not the concrete; it's the water that is curving.
Is the water curving? Did you see? Did you go look at the curving water?
But the thing is, like, it has a carriage, and in order for them to accurately model how the ship would behave,
I've never seen water do that.
I mean, you can go. This place is in Bethesda, Maryland. You can literally go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a Navy man myself. I come from a long Navy line.
Right? That would be a field trip.
Oh yeah, would be. Yes, I would love to see this, but I'm pretty sure they did add a tolerance to that distance of concrete. It would actually give it an apparent like bow to it. But the water bowing, I've never seen that personally, especially still water. I don't see an earth curve there. But I mean, with the reciprocating angles, there's probably a number of reasons why it would appear that way. Probably the distance over where they are. But I mean, that doesn't prove any earth curve.
It's directly measuring the curve.
How's it measuring the curve? You're above the Earth. The plumb bob is not on the Earth.
I explained it. I showed.
So what are you hanging it off of? Your plumb bob? Are you leveling it off?
It's the device, the theodolite doesn't. You don't have to hang a plumb bob. It just does. It's a device.
There's other factors with a theodolite too than just curvature of Earth. They're not fully that. How far are you getting these angles at? Are they like right next to each other?
No.
No, they're over distance, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've had this argument with what was that guy's name? Jesse Patholite, and we got into a lot more depth in what would cause the angle to bend somewhat may appear to. Even in a measurement, I mean, if you measure directly from the horizontal up, is it going to be the same exact height across? Would there not be a level there?
The horizontal is determined because you're supposed to have line of sight from point A to point B. That's a horizontal.
Yeah, and there's a horizontal reference you have to have too, right? very beginning?
No.
No, you don't have to have a horizontal. Okay, so you're working off a tangent.
The horizontal, you get the horizontal at the side of each theodolite because that is orthogonal to plumb.
Oh, okay. All right. I got where you're going with it. Excuse me for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. I guess he'll be back in a second. I'll have Roger go over the charity donations here as soon as this is over. But for the time being, just everybody in chat. I know that the real debate seems like it's going on over there, but don't try not to destroy each other over there.
All right. Do you have any physical demonstrations of this actually happening in real time? And can you get orthographically? Do you count?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Pull one up. Pull up a demonstration for me.
There's like hundreds of these videos on the YouTube. There you go. Hold on. Copy, paste. There you go. That's one. This one is in the Bonneville Salt Flat in Utah. And guess what? In one of the flattest, quote unquote, places in the world, you do this type of measurement and you realize that it's not flat.
So the horizontal baseline that you're measuring from is not flat neither, right?
The horizontal is the line of sight between the two locations.
Okay. So, I mean, the horizontal that's below it, that's what I'm asking. You have a datum you work with, right? You don't work with the datum.
No, you don't.
Okay. That's what I was
This
trying
is a
to get
direct,
to.
like, you put the theodolite. The theodolite plumbs. That gives you the horizontal at that point in the surface of the sphere. You have line of sight to another thing, to the objective. So that gives you the horizontal between. And now what you're doing is you're measuring the deviation between the local horizontal and the plumb, the 90. And it always adds up to more than 180 degrees.
And you don't add any radius value into this equation at all, right? None?
No, you can see the pages step by step of the math. He shows you the copybook and then the results. He takes sets of measurements.
The other thing I'm going to go to is there any terrestrial refraction that you add to your equation at all?
You need to be aware. You need to choose when there's the least refraction and take a note of the humidity and the temperature, and then you can calculate how much refraction there was.
So the optical won't be accounted for there with terrestrial refraction at all?
I already said that you take the humidity, the temperature, and you choose when you do the observation so that there is the least amount of refraction, and then you calculate it.
But I mean, if you go do a straight line measurement between there and there and take a level with you, would you find any deviation?
Yes.
You would?
That's
so
exactly
if I do this experiment and I take the level here and take the level down here, there would be a difference. I would actually
not on camera. I don't know where here and here is.
Well, from your observation point to the actual theodolite, if I actually walk the line down with the level, I would actually see a deviation in that level.
Yes.
I would? Okay. So I'll have to do this experiment myself then.
Yeah, it costs $35 to rent one of these things.
I'll have to rent one to actually walk a line and see if it's level from one point to the other. It's not that hard to do.
So rather than spend $35 to actually do the measurement that shows curvature, your response to that is that you will walk from point A to point B with a level in your hand.
No, I'd actually use a water level.
Correct?
No, I'd take a water level and I would run it from one end to the other. Water levels can go for 200 yards at least and still be accurate.
And what would that tell you?
That would tell me that those levels are horizontal from each other. They don't diverge.
And how are you going
There
to
are other
line
cause
them?
and effect.
How are you going to line them up?
Well, somebody's
200
already
feet
done
away?
this before, dude. Way before you got here. This is the first time I've heard this argument. Somebody's already done it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody took a 200-foot water level and ran it across, and it was an even level. There was no excess, you might say. The Adelites aren't that accurate.
How did they
200 yards
measure
is 200 meters. Sorry.
How did they measure it?
Well, they measured the distance with their tube, and they ran it one end to the other, build the water level up. You understand what a water level is? Yeah.
Yes. And then
Oh, then they just line of sight it right there. It's the same level across each one. They didn't use a plumb bob at all. And I was wondering where the water was bending, but I still don't see it.
If you think that a tube with water is better than specialized equipment, okay. I guess
Yeah.
I'll let
Well,
you
it's
have
what they've
this
been using
turn.
for centuries.
And I think
Yeah.
that mission accomplished. So thank you.
Yeah. And the Adelites aren't exactly made for that long distance, are they? Think about it. I think it's like 250 is their max. You know, how do you get the
No,
curvature of
that
the
is-
Earth out of that? You
I
know?
would pretty much appreciate a citation on that because a very simple search, theodolite max range, tells us up to 600 meters, but then traditional geodetic instruments can detect targets at distances of 2 kilometers, which is 1.2 miles. So
there's
you
no,
know,
there's no
it depends on
deviation
how much.
in it at all.
It depends on how much money you want to spend.
So it's all about. So I don't have anything against you, Max, but you know, I don't see I don't see a difference between a water level and a theodolite.
No, of course no. There's nothing. There's no problem. They are in equal technological steps in the ladder. No, I get that.
No, I mean
No,
that's an actual
100% get that.
physical. It's a physical thing with a water level, right? It's, I mean,
Yeah. Of course, if you were to have someone build your house, and comes a dude with basically a garden hose and says, "Yeah, I'll build it, boss," and then comes an architect with a suit and a theodolite.
If you want to trim it up, you could use a spirit level.
I know who I'm going to let build my house.
All right,
Okay.
real quick. Let's do about 5 more minutes of this because I think we got other people. But go ahead.
I am
finish up.
about ready to go. If
All right.
that is his best
That's fine.
argument, that he'd rather have a garden hose than a theodolite, then I think we're good. Mission accomplished.
I mean, there's lasers that work just as well too. But there's nothing that impedes a laser or makes it move any direction or you take into account for it. But you know, they're pretty straight.
That was lovely.
They have a distance on them too.
Nothing.
Yeah, they're powerful enough lasers to do it. Yeah, well, I'm just saying if you want to get an accurate reading, you can actually get a laser that can shoot as far. But what does this got to do with the Earth curving, dude? I'm still trying
That
to
is
figure it out.
because that is like literally measuring the Earth curves. But if you don't understand how,
Well, I understand what you're saying,
that is the
but I mean,
case,
I don't. I think you're kind of biased towards something, just a little bit. Just my
yeah,
personal
the
opinion.
truth. The people that build, because the thing is that this actually gets implemented when they're building a road. The dude goes and grabs the theodolite and measures, and then they build the road. Right.
Yeah.
So these people do stuff in everyday life, but there's more. So there's more people here. So I'll just go. Thank
Oh,
you.
thanks, Max. I appreciate it. Now see who's next in the list. I'm sure McToon's still waiting down here.
McToon, yeah, he's up. Apparently.
All right. Oh, he's going to come in and say some nice things, I hope. You agree? I agree.
Find out.
All right. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hey there. Can you hear me fine?
Oh, yeah.
We sure can.
Good. There's an echo from someone.
It's Discord. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, I hope you get to go to Antarctica.
Me too.
You should be getting your $5,000 deposit into them pretty soon.
Well, I don't think I'm going to make it this year, from what I can tell after talking to ALE and a couple other people. They haven't really answered. They haven't called me back. I've left them messages and stuff, talked to the owner, but they haven't gotten back to me on it.
What do you need? What questions do you have for them?
What questions did I have for them? I need to know where I'm going and the schedule and stuff.
Yeah, so they have on their website the different things that you can choose from, and they have the same trip that I went on as one of the options, which is the same dates this year, December 14 to 18. And it's to Union Glacier, the same place I went. What else? What other questions do you have?
Oh, I want to actually take a trip probably a little further down than just Union Glacier. I want to go deeper into Antarctica.
You want to go all the way to the South Pole?
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Oh, so they have that as well on their website.
Yeah, I'm well aware of it. Yeah.
Oh, hold
on. Their prices are a little higher, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, of course it is. That flight is a different flight. It's on one of their Twin Otters, and there's less people that can be on that particular plane, and they need to fly it, down to the pole and then back, and so the fuel has to be covered. Plus, then you have to you're lodging at the South Pole station there. So yeah, there it is. So they have December 30, if you want to go all the way to the pole, is one of them. They have their South Pole flight. It is $64,000. You can go 7 days overnight starting January 10th. That's $73,000. They have another one, South Pole overnight at Three Glaciers Retreat for $85,000. So what questions do you have for them then that they don't already list on their website? I'll pop that in the chat.
Not just questions for them, and they actually put a lot of things to me about not wanting me to go anywhere in particular except where they wanted me to go. This is what Peter told me.
Like what? Like what?
Like I'm going to be restricted to what they can do. They didn't really want to take me because I was Flat Earth Society. They were real iffy. They really wanted to get back in touch with me on my trip. I wanted to do a 24 hours, live stream.
Yeah.
They were really iffy about that. He didn't want to have anything to do with me to start with. They kind of brushed me off like that. Just that easy, dude. So I went to another organization.
Roger, it sounds to me like since you don't have any money, they're not very interested in it.
No, I didn't. They don't know how much
they
money
have.
I have. It had nothing to do with that.
No. Sure. Yeah, they don't. None of that is what is reality.
Real quick, is this just a normal discourse, no debate here? Or?
Yeah, I'm questioning just a couple things about the trip. I'm hoping he gets to go.
All right.
And like Craig said, if you do get to go, I hope that you put a little bit of thought into what kinds of tests you might want to do, because when Austin went, Austin who was the darling flat earther before he went, all the flatties thought he was super smart, and his what he was going to do was bring a gyro compass in his backpack. That was his experiment. A gyro compass in his backpack. So obviously he put zero thought into what he might do when he was there. So what might you do, Roger? What are you thinking of to do when you're there?
I have an observations or two that I want to make, actually. Yeah. And I want to do a live stream for 24 hours.
What observations would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to view the sun with a filter for one. I guess polarization filters actually roll out reflections off a dome, for that matter.
Yep. A polarization filter will, so you get you can typically rotate them on the lens. So you put it on and then you rotate it around and you see if it changes the intensity. And if it does change the intensity, then you know that the light's coming in polarized, like it's reflected. And if it doesn't change it, then you know that it's not polarized.
So do you have any connections for Roger to ALE there, McToon? Like anything that could help him out as far as getting him down there? Or,
well,
you seem to have the end.
Sure. If you want to go to the South Pole, the link that I put in the chat there is that's their options. That's what they have for.
I mean, do you know anybody that like at ALE? Do you have any
Yeah,
sources?
I can give you the email address of the lady that I emailed all of my stuff to and from, but it started with hey, I'm going. And she's like, okay, here's the forms to fill out. Here's the place to send your deposit to. Here's more forms. Send us a picture of your passport and, all of these different things. So it's, it's just business. That's what it was. So, when it's time for business, then it's time for business. That's what you do. You pony up the money and you start sending the documents and filling them out.
Okay,
Well,
I was just curious why Roger was having such a hard time getting callbacks. And
I never called him once. I just emailed. So if you want to, if you email, and I can get her name. What you do is you email. You say, I'd like to sign up for this trip, and then she'll come back and say, here's what you need to do. It wasn't hard. Here, I can.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I called him the first time, and I did get an answer from one of the owners. There were 3 owners, he said, and he was one of them. His name was Peter. We had a nice conversation, and we went through all the rigmarole of what happened on the trip and why he doesn't want to take anybody dealing with Flat Earth at all. So I actually got pushback like that originally.
All right. Well, money talks, Roger. You say, well, I don't care. I'm going to pay you money. He'll say, all right, let's go. So
he told me
Stephanie.
He was gonna charge me 3 times the amount almost because of who I am and what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you have a recording of this?
No, I didn't record it, and I didn't need
awesome.
to.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
So the email address is stephanie.taylor@antarctic-logistics.com. You just shoot her an email and say, hey, I would like to go on the 6-day South Pole flight from December 30, or the whatever you want to do. Of the different options there. So
I went to Swoop because I got nothing coming out of them, and they gave me their email address and all the prices and stuff too already. I already have this already. That's
okay,
good.
so
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, so you don't really have any questions then that are
not
unanswered.
for them, but I got pushback from them. That's basically what it is.
But this started with you saying that you had questions and you were waiting for answers from them to those questions.
Yeah,
and I don't know what, and it's unclear what questions you have.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure that I can get what I want to do while I'm down there, like do a live stream, et cetera, et cetera. And he didn't want to actually go through any details with me.
You can do a live stream. Bring your own Starlink.
Yeah, I got that from the other Swoop company too. There's nobody else that does this. They have a marina-based system they use.
Marine. It's not Marina.
Marina. Yeah, no, I got you. It's fine. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
All right. Well, yeah. I hope you go. I'd love to see you go. All right. So, what does Isaiah 40:22 say?
Oh, I know what it says. I have it on one of my shirts, actually. So, yeah. He sits on the circle of the earth. We're going to go there.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So you agree with that?
No, I believe there's a circuit to the sun and the stars and the moon. Yeah, they take a circuit. Yeah, that has nothing to do with sphericity of the earth. So
I didn't say circuit. You didn't say circuit when you quoted the verse.
Circuit.
Yeah.
What's the difference, dude?
Well, there's a difference. A circle is a shape. A circuit. No, a circle's not a shape.
No, a circle it can make a shape, yes, but it's not a 3D shape.
I didn't say that. Is a circle a shape, Roger?
Yes, it's a shape.
Good. Okay. So do you think that Isaiah 40:22 is literal and that the earth is a circular shape?
It has a circular shape to it. Yes, just
from
the sky.
Excellent. Yeah.
But there's 4 corners.
I'm not talking about the sky at all. I'm talking about the surface. Yeah. Do you think that the surface of the earth is a circle?
Is this rhetorical? Is there a point to what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I want to get clarification so I know his position before I move forward. It's not rhetorical.
It's not rhetorical.
Do you take Isaiah 40:22 literally to say that the surface of the earth is a circle?
Well, he says he sits on the circle of the earth. Yes.
You didn't give me a yes, no. You said some other words and then a yes after that. So could you, without saying those other words, could you give me a yes or no?
You're looking for a clip, dude, you're in the wrong spot.
I'm not. I'm looking for you to stand up and have the balls to say what shape you think the Earth is.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You know we.
Maybe he doesn't have the balls to say that he thinks the Earth is a circle.
You're not going to go.
Maybe he can't do that, and I get that he's scared because he's going to then have some consequences to that.
Yeah. This is childish.
Are you going to be scared?
You're just childish. Oh, dude. Okay.
Dude, he's being pedantic. Dude, you're being very pedantic.
He's acting like a little kid, you know. This is how little children fight, and this is used as a grown-up. You know, it's ridiculous.
Oh God. Yeah,
it's the only person. Everybody else that's came up here has been fine until that.
Yeah, until two. Yeah, of course. It figures. He wants to get into scripture, and I don't think he's a Christian personally. That's just my opinion. After all their actions now.
Well, we're between screens here. Don't act tough, dude, and say, "Oh, you don't have the balls." It's like, okay, buddy.
Jesus.
Yeah, right. You don't talk this way when you're not on screen to people in person, so don't try doing it here.
You don't meet people in public. Hey, you got the balls.
Yeah, you don't do that. You're not that tough, buddy. So
how many have we had so far?
You can check out now.
Yeah, and Tune, there's a link in private chat for the GoFundMe. If you want to donate to the flood victims, hurricane victims, you're more than welcome to hop right on.
Yeah, we get it, McTen. We get it.
Yeah. Okay, is there anybody else coming in? F.E. Shields here still, you know. Can we pick anybody else? Somebody else come in? That would be what, 5 now? 6? 6. That's 6 grand total. Need 2 more people? I guess he gets special privileges. I don't know. Because he's named McToon.
Yeah, whatever.
Power on.
He was fine up until then. It was just then.
We did give him his clip. Yeah. He got kicked off the show for just asking a question.
He's a fake tough guy over the screen.
Yeah.
We all
anybody else want to come in? Or I'll stop it here.
We all felt the macho energy.
I'll stop it here. We can call it a night, guys. We've been on a long time. That's 6 people. So how much am I donating? Let's see. 6 times 25. That's 150, right? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just doing the math in my head. That's what I'll donate to the victims.
So somebody was asking about how the charity donations was working. Is it just you're just donating per person that came up?
Yeah, 25 per head that comes in.
Okay.
The stream's still out there, guys. You're welcome to come up.
I guess Matthew wants to come up. I'm pretty sure he's not a Glover.
No, Matthew's not going to come in here and debate. Yeah, I'll entertain Matthew for a minute. I want to. Hey, Mr. Eastman, how are you doing? Let's get him a link in the chat. There you go. So, Cubby, what'd you have for dinner?
What I had El Pastor tacos left over, and I stuck them on some chips, so nachos, basically.
What the heck? That sounds good, dude.
I know. Now I'm even chubbier. Look at me. Living up to the Glover's names that they give me. Big you fat chubby bear.
No. You're a bear, dude, I'm telling you.
Huh?
You're quite a bear.
Yeah, that's what they're going to say to you.
Oh, come on, guys. Anybody else? No?
I thought Matthew was coming. Did you put the link in?
I put a link in chat.
Oh, yeah, you put the link in. So there it is.
There he is. Matthew. How are we doing, sir? You look like you just woke up.
You're on mute, I think, bud.
Yeah, Matthew, you're muted, I think. Mute.
You're muted, dude. There should be a button.
He's getting there. He's trying to.
Not working?
Okay. He's going to drop in, drop back out.
Drop in.
Yeah. You got to enable when you come in. It asks you that question, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, they're pretty good, Kerry.
Yeah. This has been fun so far.
So far,
I've not got any new questions at all out of these guys.
Till Mick Spoon came on and tried to be a tough guy. Outside of that, everybody else was cool. I didn't have a problem with any of them. Oh
So
boy,
if
the
I-
dude's typing, you gonna keep chicken? Oh no, you gonna call me a chicken? Oh, okay, buddy.
Nice. He's going to act like the rest of the trolls that come in everybody else's chat, sit
Whatever,
in the
dude.
private room and sit
Run,
there.
cowards. Why do you say the same thing in every? It's always cowards, chicken, no balls. Okay. Whatever. I ain't addressing them anymore. It's pointless.
There it is. Just ignore it, dude. The other point that I want to make about circles of the earth, does it give a radius with that circuit of the earth in the Bible somewhere? I don't think it does.
It's funny that somebody that doesn't believe in religion would even be speaking about the Bible, but maybe that's me.
Dude, I have a flat earth shirt I got from Flats. It has Isaiah 40:22 on the front of it.
Did you see Carrie's comment there, Roger?
No, I didn't. Let's see. Take out the trash, idiot. Chicago. Okay. Matthew's back.
There you go.
Hey,
Thank
Matthew.
you. Not working?
Nope.
It's working, isn't it?
Nope.
No, it wasn't. I
No,
just
no,
spoke
no.
at the same time.
Hold on,
Weird.
let's see. Matthew, we
got-
can't hear
you. Got
you.
something turned down? Nothing? No?
Use your words. Use your words.
Use sign language. Uh-oh. I don't know what that was about.
All right. This is one of those scenes out of a movie, I'm telling you.
Nothing.
Nothing. No.
Sorry.
Now, check the next stream, man. Actually, one of the most pleasant people out of the bunch so far was Craig, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Wasn't he?
Craig wasn't bad
I
at
know.
all.
Hmm.
I'll give him his flowers.
Flowers. Yeah, I think he actually donated too.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. Damn it, Matthew. It's not my
You
fault.
got quite the showing anyway. I mean, you're up to, I don't know, 100 and something at one point, I noticed.
I'll check
Ain't
his
you
game.
able to unmute him, Roger, somehow?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it and see if there's anything wrong on this side. Hold on. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's see. No, I can try it. There's an audio button. Let's see. I'm going to try to put him back in again.
Yes, you were fine, Brenda.
Okay, that didn't do anything. Yeah, Brenda was good. And McToon's still sitting back there. Don't ask me why.
Cares.
I just removed him. Yeah.
Sit back and sup a biatch.
Say something.
Plug a headset in or something. Check out all opportunities.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think
You can hear
he's
us.
fine with us. It just can't do anything on his end.
Well, Rhonda's back home and she brought dinner. So,
Oh, all right.
and how long have we been going now? 2 hours and 12 minutes.
We're
That's not
about
bad.
2 hours, 12 minutes.
Do I have balls? That's a good question. Oh, Luca's coming in.
Oh boy, at the last minute.
I know, right when I'm getting ready to get off. Let's see what Luca wants to say. Hey, Luca.
Hello, Audra. How's it going?
Oh, it's been fun so far.
Yeah? Have
Yeah.
you? What have you talked about so far?
Oh,
I just
God,
got
everything. Nothing new, really, to tell you the
Nothing.
truth, except the only thing I didn't have anything to look into. I had two things, like Craig had a point with radar I want to look into, and what was the other guy? Astronomy Live wants to present like the cosmic side of it, and I want to see what his take is on it and why
Oh.
he thinks the way he thinks. But other than that, no, that's about it.
So
I'm still sticking
radar.
with Frankie's
What's
observation. Well, radar has a limit to it, and he claims it's due to the curvature of the Earth, is what he says. So,
well,
I don't know.
Guess that would be correct.
Have you been watching the whole time, Luca?
No, I just got here.
No,
So
nice.
you're about to go off, you said, right?
Yeah, but there's other effects that may cause the radar to do what it's doing. That's what I'm proposing, like its distance. That's what it has a lot more to do with what light does than the curvature of the Earth. That's what I'm proposing myself. So I'm going to look into it. But other than that, no, there's not really been an epiphany over here on this side at all.
Was I a fair mod, Globies? Just out of curiosity.
I think he was fair, except when a guy came to McToon. God.
Well,
but I mean,
that was not even. You weren't even debating at that point.
No, he was talking
he was
about
looking for clips at that point.
Yep.
I mean, we can all do that, right, Mickey Doy?
Yeah.
I didn't know you. Yeah, I got here way too late. Oh well. I had a support worker come, so yeah. Oh well.
Well, I'm gonna go eat. If you don't have anything else to add to this,
I guess not. Nothing hasn't been really discussed a lot in these kinds of debates. I don't think I can bring anything new to the table. Maybe that thing we were talking about at Fletchwood Stream with the planes and how they sometimes drop off.
you mean off radar is what you're talking about?
Well, the reason why they drop off sometimes when you're watching live is because of the land towers or something, and when they go too far out into the ocean, they can drop off from the radar. From the
they're
land.
putting out a signal themselves, right? So they're broadcasting back, right, with their transmitter. Maybe it's just the range of what they're.
Yeah, it is. It is the range, yes. But I thought that was I've heard flat earthers talking about that, finding that a bit weird, where sometimes they're watching live and then all of a sudden the planes disappear from the live thing. So yeah, that's
so
why.
You want to add that into the curvature thing? That would cover in the radar department too. The reason radar
just add a range from the land signal.
Yeah. Well, at least McToon actually gave me a concession with actually black swans that go well beyond the curvature of the Earth. So.
Well, yeah, there's major refraction going on in the black swan because you see the tower bend, like the little crane thing on it.
But you understand that that's not the contention with distance. It's the horizon behind the water or the well rigs. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, but it's
refracted horizons, dude. That's what the whole point is. Does the whole horizon refract that far and back up again?
That was not a normal day, and you can.
Well, I've got tons of those. I've got tons of those observations. That seems like a normal day. You should look at Pablo's dog. He's got tons of them, dude.
You can clearly see like it's not like it's like brown or something in there. There's
dude, I've got one that's Pablo's is completely flat for over 20 miles out, and even further than that. He's got more than those. There's hundreds of these things, dude. It's not just the one that QE threw up there. QE put that up there just to get the argument started.
And with the world record photo, that's something that flat earthers say, right? Like they point to the
that's something that flat earthers will say. Yeah.
Yeah, the world record line of sight photo across like.
What was it, 750 miles?
Yeah. Do you not think that the person that took that would have made sure that the conditions were right to take that photo?
Yeah, conditions. Yeah, we're not talking about physical curve. We're talking about conditions of the atmos. Yeah, I got you.
Well, yeah, because of refraction lifting things up.
Yeah, the mountain got lifted up by refraction, so I could take a picture of it. That's a good one.
Well, apparently, it's true. Yes, refraction does lift things up above a curve. We absolutely know that, right? Do you agree?
No, we don't.
We don't.
We
Well, no,
absolutely don't.
refraction absolutely does lift things above the curved surface.
Does it?
Yeah, if you
Like
there's
the
like
Earth's surface itself, like literally the horizon that's part of the Earth's surface, it lifts it above the Earth's surface.
It can lift things up from can lift things above any curved surface, no matter the distance too. Really, it can be it can be like a couple meters. You can test this on a driveway or something, and
Can't
just
you get it going both ways too? But isn't it an optical effect, not a physical thing?
Well, yeah, refraction is optical.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, and we're going there.
yeah.
Now, gentlemen, I'm gonna go eat. Take
All
care.
right. Bye bye.
Go get something.
So,
I'll head
Peace,
out too,
Luca.
man.
all right,
I'm
night, guys.
gonna head out.
Thanks for
Bye,
coming.
guys. Bye.
All right, bye.
Peace. Take care. Oh,
Hey, let's play out with a song. You ready?
let's do it.
Okay, which one do you want? Pick a song. I think I'm gonna go with my normal though, but just because I played a song that could get copyright just at the beginning. Yeah, so I'll
I would kind of.
yeah.
You remember that one night after a show, the Knucklehead song I played for you.
Do you got it where I can get
Danish
to it?
band, where it's like a magic show or something with hillbillies and stuff.
No, hillbillies. What about hillbillies?
It's just the video.
No. Do you have the video? You can go ahead and share it and play it.
If I can't find it fast, we'll just not do it. Well, I'll try. Oh, yeah, I remember their name now, so it should be easy.
I'm just wondering how Wes got in here. He said he was blocked, and now he's trying to get into the chat.
All right, it's a stupid commercial. Just a second. What were you saying?
I think I'm good, Wes. I know what you're going to come in and argue. You've already did it at Sauce. Wes is in the back. I'll count you as my eighth. How about that? I'll round it up. Find the song.
Yeah, but in a
You
horrible.
got to go to the center of the Hell's Angles to
I'm
get
just
everything off
giving
the
it
equatorial
a
plane.
try.
Yeah.
I want to
You
get.
guys
the
are
good-
welcome, all you Saddle Bomb, everybody. Night, everybody. Wes, come over to Sobs. We'll talk about it later. Sob loves having you over there. I'm sure he does.
Okay, this page does work. I'll give you this link.
Okay. If you can put it in private, it'll work there.
Yeah, I just
No, I'm
minimized
not
it.
scared, Wes. Sorry.
Where's the chat thing? It's over
He wants the
there.
time to shine.
And there's FGE's messages. Here we go.
All right, cool.
FGFE, I mean. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, cool.
That
Thank
thing works on my end at least.
Wes, you can come on another time. I'm going to have another debate with Craig. He said he wants to talk about it. I'm going to go review his radar evidence. Oh, I remember these people. Yeah.
It's
See if I
been
can figure it
it's been a crazy, show tonight, and now we need a crazy.
It's not a
song.
normal one. I went on and called Duffy to come over to debate, and he didn't come, so he sent everybody else.
That's why we need a song that's also a little
Off
craziness.
kilter. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. Makes sense.
And this is a Danish band, actually. I didn't know when I heard it the first time, but it is.
They're local boys, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where in Denmark, but they are Danish.
Danish. Well, Denmark's not a huge place, is it? Not necessarily.
No, tiny. I think we are around 8 million or something.
That's not so
Around
bad.
that.
All right, this is Power Solo by Knucklehead. Whoever they are, I've never heard of them. I think I've heard one of their songs before. Discord brought it over and played it for me once. I remember that. All right, guys, good night. Enjoy your evening. Don't worry about any of the debates. It ain't worth it. But here we are.
Don't be a knucklehead. Okay, so they don't even give us a whole song.
Can you get rid of that shrimp in there?
I don't know. Let's find
What
another
happened?
link. I guess they only give you a taste or something.
Huh? That's strange. Yeah, well, I walked away for a second and then turned around and it stopped.
That's just
Oh,
not
well.
fair.
Huh.
So we don't like them anymore. Those
Bye-bye,
Apple things, Apple something music.
Oh yeah, that's why it is. Okay, you got to pay for that. I'm just gonna go
You
with
know
Chris
what?
Berry.
I hope we. Let's wait for. I'm stuck in a long commercial. Wait a second.
Okay, all right, I'll be right back.
I just found another video, another link for it. So
Okay,
a YouTube one. Yeah. This should work.
All right, hold on, this works. You get it? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. Couldn't hold it any longer. Just one of those things. So you got another link?
I am going to put it in just a sec or 2 or 3 or 4 now.
I see it. It's a YouTube link too. Right there.
Yeah. So
And Scott's
not just
jumping in at the last second.
The last second. At the last second, just so I can say that I was on the show.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God! Hold on.
Look,
It's playing
proof.
without-
I made it.
Hey,
Is it
he's
really
here.
on? Are you still on?
He even has a screenshot of it, so he was here.
Ooh, yeah. I'm glad you decided to stop in. You've been watching for a while, haven't you?
A little bit, yeah. I was busy cooking and stuff.
So how'd you like getting called names all night? That was fun, I'm sure.
Sure. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Thick skinned?
I don't know. Was I called names? Maybe.
I don't know. Could have been. Some
You
people
weren't-
say the highest
you reading
level.
chat?
Yeah, I've been reading some of it. But the
Oh.
highest level of education is the GED. That was the highest. that I
GED?
heard.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasted a lot of money in college, so that's not true.
Yeah.
Tons of money wasted on nothing.
Yeah, I heard somebody say in a movie today that they had a $250,000 mind. They were going to Harvard.
Oh, it's more than that nowadays.
Yeah, that was a while back. The movie was made a while back. So
I was gonna say it's probably more like 500.
that's a good bit of money to waste on a piece of paper. But you get to learn social skills and you get indoctrinated big time. Did you?
The only thing tougher than mathematics is song choice. Is that supposed to be the Kevlar? Is that supposed to be like some kind of like, "Whoa, I got you, Roger. I got you." Haha! Look at me. I'm making funny jokes.
It's fun. I like the banter.
If you think about it, though, it really is tough to think about a song when you're always constantly getting freaking, strikes for songs. It's like,
Yeah.
What do I do?
I got away with Pucifer for the intro.
Oh, that's cool.
They didn't strike me. Yeah. People were complaining about the language. But,
I doubt Power Solo will strike you either. They
What
would
would,
just love the commercial. I
What's a
bet.
good song to like sum up what you just did? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I got to give Dislord some props here. This band is actually kind of unique.
Who is it?
It's called, what's the name of the band again? Let's see. I'll look it up.
Power Solo.
Yeah, Power Solo. They're a Danish band. They're kind of like an oddity band, like Primus would be.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Let's do it then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get the freak out of here. Good night.
You're out. Night night.
Joe King.
Hey guys, hang out afterwards after I close. I gotta take a look.
Dude, this is very oddity. Very strange.
She's a queen. I'm tall and skinny, and I love Halloween. My teacher is a brownie, but that's alright, 'cause I sleep all day and I'm up all night.
The only thing worse than this is the Beatles. That's kind of funny. Are these guys foreign? They must be foreign, right?
They're from Denmark. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that explains a lot.
That explains that too, right? I don't think that explains
You're a knucklehead.
They didn't fall far from the family tree, did they? I'm just joking.
The Danish are funny.
They are. I'm going to end the stream, but guys, hang out for a minute. I want to talk to you after. I got something I want to point out.
We are
Night,
quite
guys.
funny Danes.